everybody, David from Flash by Vcyclenut here. Just finishing up my flash on the 24 MT09 for the SC Project full exhaust. Got the CRT carbon can on it and just wanted to do an onboard sound clip because it's not really the same as sitting on the side of it. So let's give it a listen. It's pretty loud. Little deja vu going on here. Removing the stock exhaust from my 24 MT09 to put on the SC Project CRT, and just give you guys a little help if you never removed or put an exhaust on the new generation MT09. It's pretty easy. There is a radiator Allen head bolt that goes there, one on the other side. You remove those two, and then you can pull the bottom of the radiator off of the mount that you can see up there, and then I'm going to loosen the bolt head right back there so that bracket will loosen up. And then there's one bolt there that's missing and one like on the other side that I've already taken out, and then the stock exhaust will come out. When you pull it out, it's likely that the stock washers or stock gaskets are going to come out, and you can see these are really thick and copper, and so I reuse them. I've never had an issue with leaks. They do like to fall out when you put a new exhaust on, so I usually just put like 3 dabs of grease around it and put it up, and that tends to hold it in place so it's not falling down when you go to put the new exhaust on. So hope that helps. And I'll get some tips on installing the CRT while I do that. This is from the 22 XSR 900 there, and one of them's from my 24 MT09. They do have a different part number stamped on them. One says Yamaha B7NR, and one says BME3, but they look absolutely identical to me, down to every last nook and cranny. So even the welds, like if you look at that weld, I mean, you can tell that little spot there, that spot there, they all look identical. Brackets look the same. So definitely same exhaust. Definitely the identical exhaust. So after approximately 3 years since I installed my last system, maybe 2.5, nothing's really changed as far as directions. It's a diagram, and trying to fit the header assembly did not come assembled, and so give you some tips. So the ones that have more of a right angle bend on the end, because it's even kind of a little confusing looking at it, which end goes to the motor and which end goes in the collector. The ones that go to the collector have a more of a 90-degree bend to them, or a more sharp bend. The ones closer to the head have not a sharp bend. So first thing I did was put the flanges on them. It's nice they have 4 holes. Sometimes some kits only have 2 holes, and you got to make sure you orient them right, or it's a pain in the ass to put the springs on. And then so I started with this one. I knew which one this was because when I laid them all like that, only this one has the tab on that side as shown, and then the longer one, as far as it was much easier to tell what the other 2 were just by their shape after that. So I'm gonna bring it like this over to the bike and probably take it off the collector and install each one at a time. System weighed in at 8 pounds, which is a full 8-pound savings over the stock one. I do really like this system. It has that huge opening. It's loud, but it really has a really deep tone. If you like a louder exhaust, this is a really good exhaust, a nice sounding exhaust. It's really got a good deep tone to it. 3 headers are on the bike, and you can see I have them loose. And I say this in every exhaust video I'd make. Don't tighten the header down yet. Wait till we get the whole thing on, and then we'll tighten that down. So just like with your girlfriend, lubrication is your best friend. So we're gonna slide this on top of there, but I'm gonna put a little lubricant in the joints. And then it with the O2 phase sensing out, like it showed in the picture, and the collector slid on pretty easy. Now just the pipe. I may have to remove this bracket, I don't remember, but I'll look at the diagram and figure it out. Despite how nice the rest of the system is, they're still using one of these band clamps. I oriented it so the nut that you use, the tightens on the bottom and not visible, so it makes it a little better. And it lined right up with the mounting hole, real easy. You can see it. So I'm gonna put that bolt in there, tighten that down. Then I'll tighten the header down, and then I will put all the springs on, or that go on it. So far, pretty easy to install once you figure out the header. The tangs, these tangs that are shaped like this, they're kind of shitty because it kind of sticks your tool to them. So I like to call them poo tangs because they're shitty. And then you see I got my wideband in it. And even though I'm on the dyno, because it's a little easier to install the exhaust on the dyno because it's up in the air, I always like to do I got it hooked up to my Ztronics logger. So I always like to do my data logging, street rides, get that out of the way before I put it up on the dyno and get the fine tuning done on the dyno. Just find that that way none of the street tuning interferes with the dyno tuning and the larger throttle openings. So I'll take it off the dyno, do my street rides, make sure the fuel's where I need it to be, want it to be, and then put it back up on the dyno and get some dyno runs. Again, tweak, fine tune what I need to, and we'll get you some results. Let's get you a little idle clip of this nasty sounding mofo. It's loud and nasty. I'm guessing the microphone's not going to do a good job of picking up how deep and bodacious that sounds. But yeah, I like it. It's just really loud. So if you like a loud exhaust, this bad boy is probably on your list. On the Gen 3, I did test both the CRT canister and the S1 canister and found that the fueling requirements on them were exactly the same. So I'm not going to do that again on the Gen 4. If you do get the S1 and you decide you're going to run with the DB killer in it all the time, please let me know. I will make the appropriate adjustments to your flash. All right, so I think you get the idea that it's loud. So let's look at how it performs. So here's how my 24 MT09 performs stock. I had about 107.8 horsepower and almost 65 foot-pounds of torque. And here's what my 24 MT09 looked like when I bolted up the SC Project, left the ECU stock, and did a couple pulls. So we jumped up to 111 point something horsepower, and the torque stayed about the same. And here's what happens when we overlay the graphs over top each other. You can see you have a little bit of loss below 4,000 RPMs. The size of that pipe after the collector, I'm sure we're losing exhaust velocity and losing our scavenging effect, and that's why it's not so good below then. I get a little bit of gains above that, but really where it's doing its work is where we would expect, above 8,000 RPMs. We have, what is that, 3.5 horsepower approximately. And then no gains in peak because the gains in horsepower are mostly past that crossover line. And here's a couple pulls of my 24 MT09 with the SC Project exhaust on it and my flash. And the number jumped up to 116.5 and 67.5 foot-pounds of torque. So let's see what you're leaving on the table if you get the SC Project and don't get my flash. So this graph shows what you'd be leaving on the table if you just bolted up the SC Project exhaust and didn't get my flash. I don't understand why you would spend all the money on the exhaust and the bike and not spend another $300 to get this much in more gains. You're actually getting more from the flash than you got from just bolting up the pipe. So yeah, what's that, another 5 horsepower, a few foot-pounds of torque, just more power everywhere. And let's look how incredible this looks when we look at from where we started. So if we look at where we started with my stock bike to where we are now with the SC Project and my flash, we can see we've gained almost 9 horsepower, 3 foot-pounds of torque. There is no place that it is below the stock line. We picked that below 4,000 line back up. Riding the bike on the street, besides the ever mentioned how loud it is, the bike ran really well with it.
despite its issues below 4,000 RPM, was able to get it to run clean and pull clean, even if it's not a real powerhouse below $4,000. I was able to cruise down the road in 6th gear at like 2,600 RPMs and pull out of it cleanly. The vibrations are minimal with it. I didn't really feel there was any more than the stock bike. I did not check fuel mileage because I put about 70 miles on the bike with it. I'm not going to go do another 100-mile run just to check fuel mileage. We can guess that it will be worse than the stock bike, which I documented on the stock bike flash. So, moral of the story, if you like it loud, this is a great exhaust for you. If you do not get this exhaust. I know lots of people, or a fair amount of people on the Gen 3 that started with this exhaust and removed it because it was too loud. So thanks guys for watching. Remember, hit that subscribe button for more motorcycle related content. I have the Akrapovic coming next for the 24, so hopefully have that testing by the end of the week. And let me know what you think in the comments and what exhaust you would like to see texted next.